we know what Halloween time at Disneyland Resort looks like on paper, but what does it actually feel like when you're there during the season?
You're listening to Castle Talk Radio. We're live on the airwaves with Becca and Jessica. Now let's jump into this week's episode.
Becca has returned from Halloween time at Disneyland, and she's going to talk to us about what she did, what she enjoyed, what she skipped, what she learned, and maybe what she would do differently.
Yeah, it's already Halloween time, even though it's only August. But it's spooky season. And people are here for it. Let me tell you.
Okay, so Disneyland Halloween time runs from August through October 31st. What made it feel like it was actually Halloween time at Disneyland for you? Like, what's the thing that puts you in that spooky time vibe?
The decorations for sure, and having the Mickey pumpkin jack-o'-lantern thing on Main Street. We lovingly call him Blinky because on one side he's winking at you, the other side he's not. That is what makes it Halloween time, I think. And he didn't go up until like right before because they had D23 day in the park, so they had something there for that. So he wasn't up until just a few days before, and people were like, it's not Halloween in time until he's here.
Until Blinky comes. You're right. I think that is the official start of Disneyland Resort Halloween time. And then a new unofficial start of Halloween time is Matt Damon showing up at the parks with his
Yes, and I
family
didn't see him at all.
in a full-on Etsy Disney crew shirt, which was great. Like Etsy style, small business. Their family wore matching shirts. So if Matt Damon can do it, you can do it, dads. We believe in you. And they had their picture in front of the Mickey Halloween stuff going on Main Street. But Becca, so I need to ask you, you have been a Magic Key holder. Are you using the rest of it right now, or did you renew? Where are we at?
Using the rest of it.
Okay. Okay. So we're still.
I'm not renewing mine. I'm playing the game a little bit here of the I'm gonna purchase a magic key instead of renewing and not activate it until I come in November so
Oh,
that it's good
yeah.
for a whole year after.
That's a strategy. And then are you going to buy discount tickets with Getaway today and use it for the upgrade? Because that's a
I
possibility.
have to decide because, and so maybe, we'll have to chat about this afterwards because the discount ticket, so it is I pay for Getaway today's price and then Disney will credit me the full price of the ticket.
Hmm.
However, I worry since I'm not coming till November
Hmm.
that the Magic Key prices will increase before then. So
Oh,
right
good
now we can still get
point.
the old ticket prices and
Okay.
they'll give me the old ticket price credit. So it's not like I can sneak in a like
Yeah.
triple credit
Okay.
there.
So
But
we're talking about Halloween, but we do need to give a PSA that we expect ticket prices to increase soon. And this will air in August, early September, but ticket prices usually increase in October. We don't want you to miss the window. The tickets that you buy now on getawaytoday.com/castle talk are valid through 2027. But let's
yeah.
let's get back into Halloween. So if you're going this Halloween or you're going to go next Halloween with your tickets that you can buy now. Um, so the reason why I asked you too about your magic key, because I want to know, like, if you feel like visiting during Halloween is worth it, but you did buy your tickets to Oogie Boogie Bash because you
Yes.
can't. That's the only way to do it is buy those separately. Was the price of your Oogie Boogie Bash ticket worth it?
I have been one of those people that's been saying Disney, like, you've got to change something at Oogie Boogie Bash because it's the same thing or it feels like we're getting less. And I've been very skeptical. I will say it was totally worth it this year.
That
Totally
is
worth it.
so good to hear. I'm going in a couple weeks, and there's one thing that has changed. So let's just talk about that right now because that now is one of the things that I'm most excited to see. Tell us about it.
Okay, so because of the construction for the Coco ride that is being worked on. They can't do a traditional the Frightfully Fun parade, which we've said for a long time is very old, very like it's just been the same parade forever. And so instead, they have Madame Leota's swinging wake. And it's amazing. I don't want the parade to come back. I want to keep this. That's all I'm going to
That
say, like,
is
unless
so
you ask me why.
cool. That is
Yeah,
so cool. It turned from something that I thought was disappointing because they didn't even promote it as a parade or a cavalcade. So they
right.
kept our expectations low, and everything
Mhm.
that I've seen is basically my favorite part of Frightfully Fun Parade, updated and expanded, and I'm really excited to see it in a couple weeks.
Yes.
So
And
the
I will say beforehand, I was like, they have 3, like, floats on this. Why in the world can't they do a parade? Do they have to have these 3 floats? And then I realized there's just not enough room backstage to have more floats in the areas that they do have. So
Mhm.
I'm just putting that there because some people might be thinking that. But yeah, it is high energy. It is the best parts of the parade, just like you said. It was great. This does stop only in 3 locations to do the full show, though. So that's the only thing. Unlike the parade, where you could kind of just walk up anywhere on the route, you get to see the whole thing. You didn't have to wait as much. You will have to come and find a spot for this, even because we walked through the first showing. We were going to sit for the first showing, and then they told us it was coming from the other side, and we're like, oh my gosh, this is going to be forever. So we left, but we ended up walking through the first showing and then sitting and waiting for the second one. And both of them were packed.
Mm.
And people like waited forever, even for the second one. So definitely plan it out where you will be ready, especially if you want one of those seats where they stop.
Great. Okay. That is really cool to know. And that sounds similar to things like Mulan's Lunar New Year
Mm-hmm.
processional, where they do have certain points that they stop. And so, would you say that you prioritize this parade like once, or it's not even a parade, but would you say that you prioritized it once you saw like the first one and was like, okay, I want to see this?
Not only did I prioritize that because it was the thing that was new, right? I wanted to do it. But after walking through the first showing, I prioritized where I wanted to sit so that I could get the best views of the things I wanted to see more than the things I didn't. Because there's 3 different floats, we'll call them, and because that's what they are. And so you can see which one. Now, I did forget that the parade was going in the opposite direction, so I wasn't exactly by the one I wanted to be by, but I prioritized sitting in that middle area so I could see more of it during the whole showing of it. So,
Okay, cool.
yeah,
This
it
is
was worth it.
exciting.
It is. It's exciting to have something new at the party for once.
Okay, so with Halloween time in general, because not everyone's going to Oogie Boogie Bash, and there is so much to do and
Mhm.
see, is there anything within the Halloween realm that you didn't have time to do that you wish
Yeah,
you could
a
have
lot of
done?
it. I mean, food definitely, because obviously that's the thing that changes the most every year, and that can't be done in one day. And we're recording this after the day after the start of Halloween
Hmm.
time. I'm here for a few more days. I'm recording from Anaheim, but so we didn't get all the food done, obviously, and we didn't get all the picture spots. Now we did some of those during Oogie Boogie Bash in our mix-in hours. Um, but there's yeah, we did ride Haunted Mansion Holiday, which is always like the best. And what I will say, I have to say this, Jessica, is the crowd levels on opening day were surprisingly low. In fact, so Oogie Boogie Bash kicked off before Halloween time officially started. We went to Oogie Boogie Bash Thursday, said we're just going to take it easy in the morning and we'll go in the afternoon or the evening for the holiday Halloween time kickoff, and we'll just do like the fireworks and stuff. But then we were sitting in our hotel room looking at the wait times, and when we saw Haunted Mansion Holiday on opening day at 25 to 30 minutes, we were like, yeah, we're going into the parks. And we waited 20 minutes in standby for Haunted Mansion Holiday. We waited, I think, 30 minutes to ride Rise of the Resistance. Like, and that's from entering the queue to sitting on the final ride vehicle. Like,
Wow.
everything was so low that we were it was surprising. Now, I think D23 being the weekend before probably had a lot to do with that because people were there for that. They were exhausted. They needed to rest. So I definitely think that played a big part in it. But yeah, it was amazing. We were able to do the things we want to do. It's just honestly, there's not Halloween time is mostly the food is the main stuff, right? Other than the decor and a few ride overlays. So
Mhm.
um, we didn't do any of the Dias de los Muertos stuff
Mhm.
yet either.
Okay.
So because we were in Disneyland mostly, but yeah, there's a ton to do, and I'm excited to see some of my favorites returning. We did walk through all of it and get to see it. We just didn't experience like all the shows.
Okay. But you did do fireworks the first night, is that right?
We
All the
did.
streams.
Yeah, it was great. We chose to do something a little unconventional, and we sat at the train depot up top and watched. And we got there a couple hours early because we'd done so many rides so easily with the low wait times that we got up there around 6:30 to 7 and sat, and we were front row, center, perfect viewing,
Well, so
and watched
would
it
you
from
do
there.
that again? That sounds so relaxing.
Oh, yes. One, you have a seat, a bench seat. Now I would like still bring like a sweatshirt or something to sit on if I did it again, because sitting on a bench for 2 to 3 hours is still not comfortable. But it was so great. Like you weren't crowded up with people. You didn't have to stand, and you're right at the exit after it's done.
Yeah. Yeah, and waiting for fireworks is a really interesting thing because one
Mhm,
time I um got a spot right in front of the castle. Well, I've done that a couple times, but one time
okay.
I actually waited myself the whole time. I've had other people, but I think that when you're doing it the way you are, like you're with friends, you've done stuff, you want to relax, you want to chat and catch up, that's a perfect way to do it. But also if you're doing a multi-gen trip, that's
Mhm,
a really great way to like take turns taking the kids onto rides and have like grandparents and parents switch off wherever it is that you decide you want a spot for a parade or fireworks, and then you can enjoy this really cool location.
mhm.
um, so it's
Yeah.
definitely a bonus to bring extra hands along.
Yeah, and even just it was just me and my theme park bestie Tony from my YouTube channel, and we took turns. Like she went down and did a little shopping. I ordered some Gibson Girl ice cream and went and grabbed it and came back. So we were still able to take turns with it just being the two of us. But it was definitely more enjoyable than camping out 3 hours on the ground in front of the castle, which did earlier this summer.
Okay, and I also in that spot, so where the train comes in on Main Street, that's
Mhm,
also town square where the Halloween characters are. I mean, the characters dressed in their Halloween costumes. So you could also trade off and have
mhm.
some people in your party visit those characters, and their costumes
Yes.
are stunning and adorable this year, like for all of them, I feel like.
Yeah. Um, I know my friend Tony again, she is in love with the costumes. Our Disney Kids co-founder Leslie really enjoyed the costumes. She was in the parks as well
Mhm.
um, for that opening. And we did see them come out several times while we were there waiting. So it is definitely an option to have someone go down and do those meet and greets while another one holds the spot. And then also like we made friends with some people around us kinda, and so, like, when one of us would get to do something, they would help hold our spot, and
I love
so,
it.
you know, it was great.
Okay, I might be doing like a complete replica of your trip in a couple weeks. So anything that you would do differently from this experience?
Um, you know, it's hard to say because obviously this was just the first day and things will change, and so my big tip to people is to, 1, have your list of must-dos, right? So for me, Haunted Mansion Holiday is always a must-do so that I can see the new gingerbread house. Um, And then, like, if you have must-eat foods or, characters you wanna make that list, but also as far as your ride strategy, things like that, start watching, like, the days leading up to your trip because it changes so much, like, we know October is going to be insanely busy, right? But I was
Historically,
speaking
yeah.
to some hotels in the area, and they're actually fairly booked all of September too, which is new for them. They're used to September being kind of like low key, and they're like, we're at already 85 to 90% capacity, and
Wow.
most of them only book up to 95% because they don't want to overbook. So
Wow.
yeah, it's crazy. It's going to be a different kind of year, I think. I think we'll see people coming in and enjoying it times they normally wouldn't, maybe taking advantage of if they're one-day ticket people, taking advantage of those lower ticket prices on the what's typically less busy days.
All right, so during Halloween time at Disneyland Resort, what do you think is something that kids will absolutely love?
Oh my heavens, definitely Cars Land. That place was hopping. And they had the different Cars characters out in their costumes, their costumes, in different locations. So they had multiple out at once and not just at Cozy Cone, which
Ooh.
was really cool to see. Now, and so like Mater was over in that overflow queue area for Radiator Springs Racers. Like as you go past Blows, you can see it. And um, oh gosh, what's her name? The girl that took over for McQueen. Um, but she's there, like she was at Sarge's, and then Mater and Lightning were at Cozy Cone, and Red was out. Like they had them all out.
That's
It was
great.
great.
That sounds
Um,
really fun.
and then, of course, that land has the two Halloween time overlays for Mater's and Luigi's that kids kind of love. Like it's very subtle, but the music has changed, and kids still just they love it.
That is so cool. So anything in particular that adults would love during Halloween time then?
The food, for
Yeah, lots
sure.
of
I
food.
I feel like adults are really there for the Halloween time food. I know my friend Tony has a list of what she wants to try, and they have some savory options and they have some sweets. I ate at Plaza Inn on opening kickoff day, and so many people were getting I think it's called um, the villain's cake. I don't know. It's some red velvet,
Oh yeah,
looked
I remember
extremely
seeing that.
rich cake. I couldn't even like I'm like I can't even imagine eating that, but tons of people had it on their plates and all of them were sharing it with their entire
Mhm.
group because it was so rich.
Okay, good to know. The cakes at Plaza Inn are generally really good. They're
Yes.
usually something that is super yummy.
There's
Um,
one more thing I just thought of. If you are a merch person, the merch this year is like next level. In fact, as I'm recording this, my friend Tony's over there going, "Yes, the merch!" I like there was so much cute merch, and then there's a whole headless horseman line. Like there's
oh,
a sweatshirt that I saw in July. They already had this sweatshirt out, and I'm like, I want it so much, but it's $80. Um, and then of course, like the sippers, they have the hot box ghost popcorn bucket. I think that was
yep.
popcorn bucket. The headless horseman one. Um,
Oh, wow.
so many amazing merch items. So
Yeah, I've seen some really cute fall themed merch too there.
mhm,
Like, so we have like a Halloween one, but we also have fall type of ones.
yeah.
And oh man, they have just done such a good job with the merchandise. I love it. So
Anything
many
that will
people,
get us to spend more money, they'll put some real effort into that.
yeah, and I remember somebody had asked, I think in the Disneyland with Kids Facebook group is like, can I wear Halloween merch? Like, it's not even Halloween yet. I see people wear their Halloween Disneyland clothes year round. Halloween,
Yeah,
Christmas, whatever holiday you want it to be, you can still sport that if you're going to Disneyland.
exactly.
Oh, it sounds like such a good time, and now I'm really excited that I'm going because I've kind of decided to do Oogie Boogie Bash every other year, so this is the year that I'm going. And my costume, oh, speaking of costumes, shoot, Becca, your costume with Tony's was amazing. Make sure you link to that in the show notes because it's it's especially if you are fond of this fandom, you are going to love it. Now, my costume, provided it all comes in together and the way that I want it is going to be still more Disney bounding because I am a very simple costume person, but I think you're going to be surprised. and
Ooh,
I'll just say that. So,
okay, I can't wait. Yeah, I'm more the Disney bounding type, but I made a mistake and went all out for the 70 Years of Magic event, After Dark event. I went
that
to
was
a
really
Tony,
cute too.
and she's like, "Oh, I see you can do stuff like this," and I was like, "Crap."
That was a really good one too. Really cute. I'm just obsessed with your Halloween duo costume. It's so perfect.
Yeah. So speaking of that, Jessica, who are you going with to Oogie Boogie Bash? Sometimes you bring your whole like family.
Yeah, we did do that one time. It was so fun. So I am going with my youngest daughter and her friend. This was their trip that they planned and saved up for and paid for themselves. So we had a little payment plan system going on, and so my costume is third wheeling it with them. So
Okay.
that is part of it. And then I'm also going with another friend from out of state that is meeting up with us. And it's mostly just these two girls doing their thing, and I'm the
Okay.
chaperone, I guess.
Yeah. Hey, if you have to chaperone somewhere, make it at Disney. My goodness.
Absolutely. Man, thank you everyone for listening in this week's episode of Castle Talk Radio. We have so much fun when we get to hear from you in the reviews and comments. Be sure you are following along and subscribing so that you get every episode on our weekly podcast.